I'm Doug. Today I'm going to make a bee feeder. I found this design on YouTube, and I don't remember where, so I can't point somebody to the original or source. So I decided to do a quick video for myself on how I made mine. I've also taken some stills. We'll get those posted up as well. This is my first video, so cut me some slack, please. Let me know what you think, and we'll make a bee feeder out of one of these 2.5 quart measuring paint mixing buckets. That'll really drive the bees nuts, or at least it does mine. So they kind of go crazy for it. What I do put in this as a feed is I use a 1-to-1 sugar and water ratio with then the essential oils recommended by Don the Fat Bee Man for nosema and mite control. And a couple people had asked me about whether or not I'm worried about feeding other people's bees, and I do know that there are somewhere around 5 or more colonies, or at least hive boxes. I assume each one of them has a colony in it, within what would be considered a flight distance for bees around me. However, I view it as if I'm treating my bees for mites, then I'm treating the bees that they are going to run into in the wild or in the forage for mites too. So it's probably not a bad thing that if they steal a little bit. And truthfully, I don't think there's enough room in there for somebody else's bees to get in sideways. So take a look at how this goes together. And I refilled one, put it out just a few minutes. Alright, so what we need to do this is a drill, a magic marker, a Sharpie in this case. This is a 3/16 drill bit. I've tried drill bits either size, both work. It gets much smaller and seems to have a little problem refilling. That seems to be about the size that I like the most. The 2.5 quart paint container, which between that and the lid was $3.68 at my local Lowe's. So fairly simple operation. Put the lid on. I'm then going to trace around my bucket, keeping the angle just a little bit down. So now I know where to put drill my holes. What will happen here, I will drill my holes under this line. That way the fluid will come up only to the top of the holes. The line tells me that I'm well under, or I'm even to or under the edge of my lid, so it will make just this little trough of fluid, and then there will be plenty of room for the bees to land on this lip, on the edge of the lid, reach down in there, get what they want, get their fill, fly out. Occasionally we have had bees actually drown on really heavy days where there are lots and lots and lots of bees. All we can figure is that 4 or 5 stood on his head and held him underwater. Or I should say, stood on her head and held her underwater. So now I'll just drill the holes. Just a series of holes around the circumference. That's about it. Then we fill it.
Okay, so here we have an empty. We're going to replace it. This is one just like we made, although I made it earlier. And get the camera and get a close-up here. That's all it takes to put it out. And this little trough down in here, just like we've been saying, fills up with liquid. Oop, there you can see I got too much out of it. That fills up with liquid, and you end up with a nice little spot for the bees to hang out while they get a good healthy drink. So there's the idea, and we'll come back and check on it here in a few minutes and see if they've